Hello and welcome back to Lovers Watch.
Hello. I am your host, Sam, and beside me is my delicious Thanksgiving leftovers.
Hi, I'm your co-host, YoVanna, and it has been brought to our attention that there is some foolery and buffoonery happening on the interwebs.
Yes, indeed, the interwebs have gifted us with the with the Danish deception and all the tomfoolery that comes
The
with
Danish delusion, shucking and jiving.
But yes, we are here to talk about this. We're just going to do something a little different this time. We're just going to hop right into this, talk about, again, the tomfoolery, the bamboozleness, the whatnot, the hoo-ha.
There's a lot to dissect. This woman spends 4 hours
24
recapping
parts.
her life over the last over the course of like 3
Like 3 years, probably. Yeah.
And the way she got swindled by a white man. I refuse to call it scamming. She woke up and chose delusion, deception every single day of that marriage.
I can definitionally call it scamming.
Nah.
But is it scamming when you want to get scammed? Is it?
No, the question here is it scamming? One, when you know it's a lie, based on precedent,
Well,
you know that the offender is a liar. And if you're willingly cashing checks, you just handing that money over.
Anyway, okay, for those of you who do not know what the Danish deception is, but we'll do a little recap for you. So
Onyeka, I don't know
her
last name, is a young lady who...
Well, it matters. A young, black, Nigerian...
She's a Nigerian American woman.
Yes.
Lives in Dallas. Black woman who falls in love with a Danish, in her words, blue-eyed, blonde-haired, chiseled, gorgeous white man.
They meet in Croatia with her friend, and immediately this man, he picks her out of the crowd as a mark.
Okay, so then they proceed to have this relationship, eventually a marriage.
Yes.
And over the course of, let's say 3 years.
Yeah, well, initially it goes very fast. I think this part is important, where they meet and within 6 months of meeting,
they're married. Okay, so they're married within 6 months.
Yes.
And over the course of this marriage,
which lasts 3 years,
the woman, Onyeka, and her network of people, this white man manages to swindle upwards of $300,000. And so what we want to walk through is the math. Because you know what it ain't doing?
It ain't math.
It ain't math. The math ain't math.
Math.
And what I don't understand is how someone could be swindled when these amounts of dollar bills, of cash money, are being passed back and forth with no question mark. Let's get into it.
Yeah, let's get into it.
So the only other thing I think that is important for background context is that when they meet, he is wining and dining her. He wines and dines her into a marriage. And
off the top of the head, we can go through a few things that he tells her. But yeah, he mentions like the Olympics. I have a royal last name. I'm a businessman. I have these investments. I'm buying this apartment complex. Like, he says things that makes her believe that he has a lot of money, basically.
All right. So yes, he's got her under the
illusion.
Yes. Delusion. That he is not just rich, but wealthy.
He got
royal,
generational.
Right. A royal, wealthy man.
Yeah. Come from a line of colonizers, probably.
So we're going to start with the receipts. Okay? We're going to start with I wish I had a giant calculator.
Yeah, because right now, again, this is a very quick overview. If you want to know more about it, you can look it up and spend 4 hours hearing the whole story. But for us, The main thing that stuck out is
The
just
math.
Plenty of people have given her shit already. And we're just here to add on to it because I don't understand the math. And the math includes the actual numbers and just like
the concept,
the thought process.
right, of
Yeah,
how
like,
money is being spent between these two people.
how? So
So
anyway.
they're madly in love,
Madly in
right?
love.
They're in this long distance relationship.
Indeed.
He's based in Denmark. She's based in Dallas. They have to make sure that they can see each other.
Indeed.
There's lots of manipulation happening.
Indeed.
And the first big request or first mention of money is $6,000 for the foundation of an investment property he bought without having inspected. And basically how he first prompts her is like, it's like sugar baby shit, you know, where you just like tell somebody about your problem and you let them offer to solve it.
So basically what happens is he says, hey, I got this big thing happening right now. I just bought this apartment complex. It's going to cost me $50K to fix this like thing that happened or whatever. And he's like, I'm going to ask my dad. I'm going to go like, sell some ass. I'm going to go like, play some card games with somebody, do some gambling. I'll get the money somehow, basically. And then she's like, oh, well, cool. Like we're together. I love you so much, baby.
By chance, like if you need it, like let me help.
And he's like, no. I could never ask.
I would never take money
ever.
from
I would
you.
never. And don't even ever bring it up again. But then like he just keeps being like,
my dad won't help me.
Oh,
and then he hits her with the, I'm not going to be able to come to Dallas because I have to get this resolved. So Shawty pipes up and says, it's just $6,000. Like you've done so much for me. Let me do this for you. We're in a partnership now. Like, please, I want to give you this money.
He's like, okay, since you twisted my arm, okay, fine. I'll take the 6, but only this time. This will never happen again. Only this time will I take your money. So he gets the 6K from her. And then we move on. He calls her the next time. Says, what is it this time? Like 2K?
He straight up asks for $5K towards the building.
Yeah.
Making this a total of $11,000
so far
that she's given this man.
Within like what, the first year?
Within months of them being together.
Yeah.
Then he's saying like, I have all this money that's going to come through because I'm selling my apartment.
I'm selling his apartments or his $1 million home. Okay, he's selling his house, his $1 million, his so fabulously wealthy home that she has never seen.
That she's never seen.
She has married this man, involved him in her life, and she has never been to his house.
So Martin's talking about he's finna invest $250K into his friend's plumbing business.
So like, so he basically says, I'm selling my house, but I'm gonna take the money that I owe you and the money that I get from this house and invest in my friend's business.
Right.
And then when I do that, then I'm gonna pay you back your money.
When the money comes in.
The money come in.
He also say he has another worst day ever. The Danish, he owes the Danish IRS.
What is it, 15?
$320,000.
Which is just a crazy amount.
Because whoever's been doing his accounting has been siphoning money off that. Like he just be making up all kinds of stuff.
And she be lapping it up.
And he asked old girl for $15,000
on top of the $11,000.
So now we're looking at $26,000, and I think that this is important. This man is in a chief position of some chief CEO of CEO-ery at some tech business.
Yeah, so she says that like, hey, I verified this. He has a real job. He works as a CEO or some high level position.
Some chief of something making $400,000 a year.
And this for me was one of the biggest things. I felt like the math ain't mathing. Because when I broke it down on a monthly salary, if you are making $400,000 a year before taxes, that is $33,000 a month.
So why you would fix your big ass Viking ass mouth to turn around and ask me for any amount of money larger than 25 cents is crazy.
What do you mean I need to borrow $6,000? Wait till next month.
Go to the bank. You a big money man. I'm sure they will cut you a loan with a very favorable interest
Hey,
rate.
man, here is my pay stubs from last month. I made $33,000.
Ask your royalty family to lend you the money. I'm so confused.
Well, he did ask his father, and he said, hey, son, I'm not going to lend you any more money because you're bad with money.
And if your daddy don't know you better than I do after 6 months, I don't know who's going to know you any better.
If you tell me that your parent said, I'm not lending you money because you're bad with money, why would I then go and hand you a lump sum of $6,000 and then $5,000 and then $15,000?
Old girl cut the payments across 5 days. She had to send him $3,000 every day for 5 days. And she said everything in her felt like this was wrong, but she did it anyway. No shit, it was wrong.
And he was, he was very sure to say every day was like, hey, time it's 12 o'clock. Send me that $3,000. Appreciate you, babe.
So then they're going to Cabo while he owes her ass $26,000. How we're going on vacation?
We're gonna break it down each time, but that's another part with the math ain't mathin'. What do you mean you owe me thousands of dollars, but let's go on a trip? Let's go anywhere but the bank.
What do you mean you owe me the down payment on a home? But we're going to Mexico?
We're going to Portugal. We're going to Cabo.
On top of that,
Denmark.
She pays for the
of
Cabo
times.
trip and then loans him another $3,000.
And that was within 1 month. She gave this man $18,000 within 1 month. 1 month. Make it make sense. I'm not good at math. I mean, I'm fine at math, but like, this is crazy.
And the things that he be coming up with, he asked for an additional $3,000 so that he can lend money to the friend that lent him money so that the friend can buy a house. So basically, she's paying off her husband's debt.
Yeah. I will give him credit. He was making up some elaborate lies. I mean, she was eating him up like some gazpacho, but like, he said, hey, my friend lent me money when I needed money. But now that friend wants to buy a house for his girl.
And I feel bad because he doesn't have the money because he lent it to
lent
me.
Money. And she's
so now
like,
I need to give him money.
And she said, hey, we got it. We. She spoke a lot of French.
She was speaking French early days. Okay, so then they have a trip to Denmark where he pays for the trip while still owing her money.
What do you mean we're paying for the trip? What do you mean we're going on a trip when you owe me money?
I need your ass to go on a trip to the ATM.
Bro, okay, I feel like, again, we're normal people, so like, we're not making $33,000 a month or whatever she's making.
I like long walks with my nigga to the bank. Would have been my answer every time he offered to go on a trip.
I feel like the most you can owe someone and still go do shit with them is like, I feel like less than 1,000. I mean, they're making different levels of money, apparently.
But how are we having fun? How am I gonna sit with you? How am I gonna sit across the table from you in a romantic restaurant while you owe me any amount of money starting with a 20? A 20 and ending with a K.
Yeah, a K at all is ridiculous.
$29,000 is where we're at.
And you paying for dinner tonight?
And y'all going to Denmark?
What do you mean?
And then they're going to Portugal for a week, paid for with her credit card to celebrate his apartment complex being on the market, basically. Yeah, it hasn't happened yet.
So that was the crazy part. So this is another part with the math ain't mathin'. This man had an apartment complex, allegedly. He didn't. And said, hey, some rich family is offering to buy this apartment complex off of me. And we basically got into a contract to agree.
Escrow where you got to put money in and they have to put money in to assure that the sale will go through. So according to him, he had to put in like 120 something thousand to get this deal to go through. Conveniently,
this man always has all his assets tied up in something.
You need to go untie them hoes. You need to release them.
Anyway, the fact that this family wants to buy his home and like basically begins the process of potentially buying it. He's like, hey man,
Let's celebrate.
job well done. Let's go on a trip to celebrate. And she's
On
like,
her credit card.
and she's like, we ain't got no money, baby. He's like, what you mean? You got to discover right there. And
This
she's
man
like,
is making $400,000 a year. He's making $33,000 a month. The fact that she
Allegedly.
paid for anything in this entire story is
Crazy.
a crime.
it's crazy. It's
That is the
actually
scam.
crazy.
That is the scam.
Is that a scam?
That is the scam.
I mean, that is a scam. But again,
That is the scam of this story.
if you're a willing participant, if I know what you make in a year, in a year on your yearly salary, and then you tell me that I need money from you, when I think at one point she said she was making like what
150K a year
from one job, but like anyway,
She was also doing real
let's
estate.
just say
She had money coming in.
Sure, but let's just say all she was making was 150. That's like a third of what this man is making, and you're asking me for money. My biggest thing.
You know what's crazy though?
Huh.
Like all he had to do was be white and handsome.
That's another. We'll
And the
make
handsome is subjective.
It is very subjective because I mean he looks like.
So I'm looking at your big fine ass, wondering why you ain't out there swindling these people to bring home some bacon to me.
I'm just saying, I got a little bit of shame. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do the bit. I'm sorry.
But if they're willing participants,
Yeah, but I'm black though. That's my one downfall. If I was white,
if I was a white,
I was gonna say if I was a white man, but anyway, if I was a white man, then sure I could do
that's
anything.
white collar crime.
We're gonna do another video breaking down like the more like focusing on the racial side
The
of this.
anti-blackness of this.
Yes, but all y'all need to know, for those of you who do not know, is that everything this white man is doing, he is only able to do because he is a white man.
Clearly. And also the only reason that she doesn't have her spidey senses going off is because he's a white man.
I made this point before she made this point towards the end of her 4-hour revelation. Yeah. I was like, it's crazy that she herself is Nigerian and she literally fell for a Nigerian prince scam. And the only reason she fell for it.
She brought that Nigerian prince to Nigeria, to her village.
That's great. This white man.
Put that white man in some traditional garb. Traditional Nigerian garb. Flaunted him through the village.
Had that man looking like Nancy Pelosi on the damn Congress floor wearing some kente cloth. Because like it did not make any sense how he got away with all this shit. And the only conclusion you can come to is that he is white.
That's all that was.
And she has a preference and a deference for his European whiteness. Anyway, let's move
she's
on.
making $150K a year,
Yes.
and then quits her job
at his suggestion
when they most needed money because he said, "Babe, I'ma take care of you."
And she said, well, you ain't lied to me yet. She has the smoothest of brains. I'm trying to find words.
Samuel.
I'm trying to find words. I'm looking for it. Calling her a walnut would be wrong because a walnut has grooves in it that, would imply that there's like brain activity happening. She seems like a smart gal in like a book sense, like she can make a good grade. Every time she opened her mouth, she proved without a shadow of a doubt that she has zero life experience. I don't understand. I really don't.
So they go to Miami. She pays for
Another
most
trip.
of it.
Yeah, the funniest part, we were watching the YouTube show, or the YouTube comments, and someone said, hey man, this woman is single-handedly keeping the airline industry afloat. Because
then they go back to Denmark.
Left Denmark, went to Dallas. From Dallas, went back to Denmark.
Went to Miami.
Miami.
Miami, back to Dallas. Dallas to Denmark.
Bro.
The IRS happens to freeze his assets. And so he only has access to $4,000 a month. And he pays her back $9,000. Bringing the total now down to $20,000.
And then to celebrate him paying $9,000 back, they're like, let's go to Budapest.
Where she also pays for everything in Budapest.
Like, I wanted to feel bad for her. I really did. I wanted to be like, damn, girl, you ain't deserved this. Like, man, he really did you dirty. No.
Oh, an active participant in your own decline.
Bro.
Because fuck do you mean you're going anywhere?
You still owe me $20,000.
Cut the check. Cut the check.
Do something. Like,
Then she finds out. Things get a little crazy. I think around this time, she had found out that he had a gambling addiction. So her whole world is in upheaval.
oh my God, I'm bawling my eyes out. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm being mean.
And then she finds out that Martin, the white husband, owes her friend's husband $200,000. And you know what they do after that?
Well,
They go on a trip to Colombia. After she has learned about all the lies and the addiction, and he still owes her $20,000.
and when I say smooth brain, this is what I mean, because she heard that this man like basically scammed her friend's husband out of $200,000.
Who she refers to as Crypto.
Yes.
And Crypto's wife.
Which should already tell you everything that you need to know. But anyway, how you know she has the smoothest of brains in that noggin of hers? She then referred to it as, we owe you $200,000.
She took on that man's debt in a heartbeat. She said, we need to go make things right with them. We need to sit down and figure out a payment plan.
We're going to figure out a payment plan. She's like facilitating all this. Like, that. I don't know what languages she speaks, but French is definitely one of them, because the we. We. Who
is we? Who is we? They go to Colombia. I think that's where he proposes to her, even though they're already married. No ring. And they're already married.
He's like,
no,
babe.
That's not true. In Colombia, he had a ring.
Okay. Yeah.
When he initially proposed to her and they got married in her Fashion Nova dress at the courtroom, he didn't have no ring.
That's another thing. Bro, I be telling people, I'll be telling you about people online that just be admitting shit that the CIA could not waterboard out of me. I would never in my life say, yeah, I got married as a Fashion Nova because I just love this person so much.
And I literally didn't even care. I didn't even care like what I was wearing. I just wanted to be married to him. And his no ring having ass while he makes $400,000 a year. Like, even if you're falling on bad times because your investments, your so-called investments didn't pan out,
got $33K coming in next month.
Every month. What happened to the $33K from last month?
It ain't tied up in an investment because that's a paycheck.
That's so many people's entire annual income.
Bro, that is the poverty line here in the United States. I think the $32,000 is the poverty line.
Then they go to Panama. A few months later for her birthday.
I keep thinking that you're about to like reiterate a place they went to and you say a new country.
No,
I'm like,
baby.
Damn, that's
they
right,
go to Panama for her birthday. He paid for everything, I guess, because he was in the doghouse. He pays for all the flights, the hotels, the meals for all the girls.
He ain't paid for shit. You paying me with my own money that you owe me.
He ain't pay her back. Then his mama come to the States to visit. And as if that's not enough, they all go to Key West. Mama pays for most of that trip. And then Onyeka, homegirl, pays for the flights.
She's that's a good woman right there, boy. That's what you need. That's what you want right
At this point, he's fully living in the States, up in her house.
Eating her food.
On her couch. Shitting in her toilet. And she's paying for most of the household expenses.
And then,
why does this man even have a job?
I I mean, he could only have $4,000, okay? But speaking of 4K that he's like supposed to have, she starts snooping around at this point in time.
Oh, he had said that some of his paperwork got settled and he was able to finally open a U.S. account.
Indeed.
That she can now have access to.
Indeed. So she takes a little peek and everything. She just been going through this man's phone because like she don't trust this person, but also at the same time, like she just keeps trusting this person. And this man got 34 cents in one of his accounts.
In his only account. He had said, I'm lining up a transfer. It's going to hit your account tomorrow, girl. I'm good for it. The money's coming. She said, I think her spidey senses woke up. They activated for the first time in her long ass life. A little bit of
self-preservation just...
She went to the bank to check his balance, 34 cents in his account. Meanwhile, he's gambling $5K on a website.
And the other part that the math ain't mathing for me is throughout this whole endeavor, he says things to her that don't make any fucking sense. And she knows it doesn't make any sense, but she doesn't do any research. He's telling her things about like, oh yeah, man, the IRS is doing this, or like I gotta do this escrow account to like sell my house. She's a realtor. Anything he says about real estate agents,
her disclaimer is, I'm not from Denmark. They might do things differently. Denmark. You better ask somebody.
You know who might know something about Denmark real estate? Google. Google might know something, but she doesn't do any research until this man says, I got a gambling addiction. And then she immediately hops online and says, what can I do to support you?
Right. She wants to know all of the meetings that they have, how you cope, how you support, blah, blah, blah.
She's doing research on addiction. Like anything in service to him, she was ready to do. If it contradicted what he was saying, she's like, I don't know anything about this, to be honest. So, oh, well.
So because Onyeka is basically responsible for all of these payments to Crypto and Crypto's wife, the husband essentially says to Onyeka, like, look, I see you're struggling. I don't like that this burden is falling on you. I'm going to bring down the debt to the original loan, which was $160K, even though the value of the crypto had exceeded $300,000 at that point. And she's like, oh, thank you. Thank you so much for making my payments more manageable. And then here comes what's his name, because now they've been married, right, legally, but they want to have the weddings, and they're gonna have two. They're gonna have two weddings, one in Nigeria, one in Portugal. He want to open his mouth talking about, I'm
gonna pay for it. Tell your parents. Her parents offered to pay for it apparently, and he said, nah, fuck all that. I got it.
I'm gonna help with the Nigerian wedding.
I'm big man around here.
I got 10 on it. He gonna put $10,000 on their wedding.
There are two weddings.
They're paying for the white wedding, like the white dress wedding, and now he wants to put $10,000 on the Nigerian traditional wedding.
Indeed.
So that's in the works. And then in March 2025, they go to Spain for a wedding. They go to Denmark to visit his family, and then they go to Portugal to look at wedding venues. Meanwhile, don't forget, he still owe her $20,000 and all this money that she's been spending on these trips. So then her
little light bulb, her little 45-watt bulb perks up.
She thinks it's a good idea to add him to a credit card so that he
needs
can
to
start
build some credit.
Building his credit in the United States.
Indeed. So I'm going to add you to my credit card.
Yo, lying, stealing, gambling, addicted ass. I'm going to add you to my credit card.
At this point, she knows he's a liar. She knows that he allegedly has a gambling addiction. Smooth Brain decides to add him to her credit card.
She wake up one day, that balance is at $7,000. Because he done took out a cash advance, probably at 26% interest rate for $7,000. He stole from her. That is stealing from her.
The nerve to be surprised.
And then he gambled that cash advance away. So I am actually adding that, whether she considers that to the debt or not. I am.
She may have added that to it.
We're going up to $27,000 now because.
Wait, 27?
Yeah, he stole $7,000 from her. I'm adding that.
You're right. Yeah.
That old girl, she goes in the bachelorette party to the Bahamas.
And he's out here saying, hey, man, I owe your mama money. I'm gonna pay her back. Right? Hey, I'm gonna send you a screenshot of this payment of $10K I sent to your mama. And she's like, cool, this screenshot is all I need. 3 days go by or whatever, and she's like,
she said, Mama, did you get the money?
She's like, no, baby, I ain't got nothing. She's like, that's weird. That's really weird. Let me ask my husband about that. Baby, where's the 10K? He's like, I had to put my check into my savings and my savings into my checking, so it might just be a little mix up. Let me try again. 10 more days or 5 more days, whatever goes
Walk
by.
his ass down to the bank.
Bro,
and stand right there next to his ass at the teller while he withdraw that money.
Count out 10 stacks, put them in my motherfucking hand.
And then I'm going to send the 10K to my mom. Like, why are we still taking this man's word? This is crazy.
Because he is a white little baby who is just trying so hard, and I love him so much. The amount of time she says that she loves this man to like convince us that like her love was just so strong.
If that's what love is, I want it. What's love got to do? Got to do with the $27,000 that you owe me. So, okay, everything comes to the light. She's like, I'm done with this nigga. He cheated, he lied, blah, blah, blah.
He did everything. He stole from me. He, whatever.
So now she starts talking to the people around her that she has not included in any of this. And she finds out that the little sister gave him $3,000 because he said he was planning a surprise for their wedding in Nigeria. He had already borrowed money from the little sister and paid her back the first time.
That's how you get him.
You establish some trust on a small loan, then you come back for a big amount. But my thing is like, now sis, why you didn't come to me and tell me my man was borrowing money from you?
Well, he said it was for a surprise. And I don't know the rest of the family, but it feels like the rest of the family also has white man worship syndrome. Because he can just say, hey, man, I want to buy this. He said, I want to buy a property to one person.
An Aston Martin.
I want to buy a car as a surprise for her, so I need to borrow some money from you.
He was going to buy a Rolex, a Ferrari. Why are people giving him money for these frivolous, unnecessary things?
This man could have said, hey, I'm trying to send her on a trip with Jeff Bezos to the moon. I got to borrow $3,000 for that.
And they would have gave him that money.
They sure would have.
And nobody was talking to nobody because in my family, let you go to my mama, asking my mama for $3,000 because you want to buy me a Rolex and your account is tied up and you don't have access to, she would laugh in your face and call me immediately.
She might do it, but if I say to her, but don't tell her though, this is a surprise and everything.
My mom is not going to lend you money for something frivolous, is my point. These people clearly have money to just throw around.
Which goes to my main point that I want to get to. And we can expand on this later on. These people don't deserve money. Because the way that we see them get scammed out of it and spend it and justify giving away money for these frivolous things, y'all don't deserve money. Y'all
because
really
why are you lending money for someone to buy someone a surprise Rolex? Like, if your house is not being repossessed or your car going, like if your mama ain't got cancer and this is your like, if this not an emergency, why are you coming to me for money?
Can you eat? Is there a roof over your head? Like, I could understand if it was something that you knew about for years and you've seen me planning and then something happened, like a tree fell in the house or like, somebody shot my dog or something. I don't know. If that happens and you say, hey man, like a tree just fell on my house. Like I had to pay to fix that. The trip's coming up.
This is urgent.
Like, can I borrow $2K just to like knock this out? It costs $2K to move the tree. And they're like, sure, dog. Like, that's when I would be like, sure. I know you've been doing this. I saw what happened or whatever. Here's some money. If you come to me, knowing my daughter for what, 2-3 years or whatever, or what, I don't know. If you come to me and say, hey, I
really want to get her a Birkin.
I want to buy this girl a Birkin bag. I want to buy her a Rolex. I want to get her a car. I'd be like, she don't need none of that. Don't worry about, hey man, you worry too much about yourself. Take a load off. She don't need none of that. Nah.
And when you got it, you could get it for her, but don't ask me for it.
Take that girl to Ruth
Listen,
Chris.
he was borrowing money, like $10K from one of her friends. A coworker of hers lent him $10,000, and it was all because he was having issues transferring money between his Danish and American accounts, and it was all surprises for her, which I guess prompted people to not say anything. But I would have said something.
I would have said, but I'm also about my sisters. If my sisters had my person ask them for money to then give to me as a surprise, they'd be saying something, at least to each other.
To each other. And then eventually they're going to be like, oh, he took money from you too? And they got to come to me.
Interesting.
The way none of these people were talking to each other is crazy because they just trusted blindly in this white man. He stole from her daddy.
He got the daddy, the sister, the cousin, the friend, the friend's friend, the mom's friend, the dog, the damn cat. He stole from the cat probably.
$30,000 from some wealthy businessman mentor.
Yeah.
Like so
many people.
Money. And the point is that the only reason he was able to do this is because he's a strapping white lad.
I was watching this whole thing. The question came to me. I was thinking, I said, would this have happened with a black man?
Hell no. Ain't no way.
Would any of this have gotten as far as it got with a black man?
Let a black man need a loan. He broke. That's it. You're broke. You're broke. Why the fuck are you in my face, your broke ass?
What do you mean you bought an apartment complex, didn't get it inspected, now you owe $50K, I got to give you 15, I got to give you 6 and everything, and you'll just pay me back at some point in time? The fact of the matter is, I think that a black man would have to prove that he is good for it.
That he has the wealth to begin with.
Yes. But before they even probably got together, she would have had to see more than just him buying some.
There's so much more of the anti-blackness for us to expand on. We'll do another one for that. But I just needed to start with the math and walk y'all through the audacity of this woman getting her dumbass on the internet to say, one, that she was doing this for other victims to be able to come forward.
That ain't make no sense.
You didn't even tell us. You didn't tell us this man's name. Maybe she can't for legal reasons, but you could have had pictures.
She could have seen a picture.
How are people supposed to know who this man is if the internet wasn't doing what the internet does?
Post an Instagram page or something. I mean, again, there might be some legal things because she said like she's in the middle of a divorce apparently, and she's suing him for all the money that she stole from her and her entire family, her friends group. Maybe, but it seemed like that she knew she was gonna get some shit for this because, of course. And she said, hey, y'all can't come at me because I'm saying all this for other victims.
For women. This is a form of activism.
Indeed. Which, I mean,
in case you are as dumb as I was.
There might be some truth to that because apparently people are seeing photos of him right now in Mexico. And he's still
scamming right now.
Sure. But, I mean, this is a message to the world. PSA.
How is it scamming if you're giving this man money? Let a man who is not my brother. Let a man who is not my brother or my dead father ask me for money in any amount larger than $50. And the answer is, nigga, is you dumb?
I can't ask you for $100.
Hell no.
I can't be like, hey, baby, let me get the 100 real quick.
I'll give you 100 kisses.
That's crazy.
And I'll send you on your way to your mother who pushed you out of her coochie and is your financial responsibility. Ain't no way. An employed man?
That's crazy. But, I mean, if someone's making $400,000 a year and you ask me for anything more than a hug and a kiss
and some moral support, a shoulder to lean on,
maybe a back rub or something, like, what do you mean you're asking me for money? I'm all for combining resources and getting, going towards a shared goal or some bullshit like that. What do you mean you making $33,000? I mean, even with taxes, I don't know how taxes work
in Denmark. It's probably higher than ours because they have a social.
Let's
safety
say
network.
he clearing
25 a month.
I'll say even 20. $20,000
a month, and you asking me for money? Because mind you, he had his job the whole time.
Allegedly, apparently.
Ain't nothing else to say. Listen, if you've ever been scammed, tell me how much money you've ever lent a man in the comments is what I really want to know. How much money you've ever lent a man on more than one occasion.
I mean, there is a gender thing to this, but also like if you a guy and you lent someone, if you were a man and you lent a woman $29,000 without verifying shit, you dumb too.
You got played. You definitely got played.
You dumb. It's more socially acceptable to be like, I had to give her money because, her mom was doing this and her car was whatever and stuff. $29K without getting none of it back, without verifying shit. I'm sorry. It is. I don't know what you're saying. $29K to anybody, gender aside, $29K to anybody is crazy. When you just met them and married them within 6 months. If y'all been together for 57 years and everything is great, everything's amazing, y'all both got it like that, and someone's like, I need $29K for this, whatever, then it's like, cool, our lives are tied together at this point.
As a gender studies person, I'm standing in the misandria of ain't no way. Ain't no way. The misandry of ain't no way I'm lending no man this money. That's what I'm gonna say.
I mean,
please, y'all let us know. Let us know if you ever did some shit like this.
We will structure the other one a bit more.
If your brain is also smooth and you feel attacked, that's probably your fault.
I ain't trying to victim blame, but like at this point, I can only do so much. I don't know.
What's I saying? We ain't gotta understand.
I ain't gotta understand it.
We ain't gotta understand
I ain't gotta understand it, but I mean, make it make sense.
We'll be back for more of this foolishness.
Bye, y'all.